My father was a US diplomat, and so my life was sort of this every 2-3 years moving from country to country. It was just this constant traveling, and a main reason why I just never felt like really belonged anywhere. And so I felt that I was really, really curious to know if other people had that same experience. I spent almost 3.5 weeks on a trip to India in the summer of 2024. Being able to connect with that person who I was, India was that place where that's where I learned to read, that's where I learned to write, that's where I started dancing on stage and discovering who I was, playing outdoors, and all of that sort of just like a memory just exploded in front of me. There were sounds that I haven't heard in so long, there were smells, and I would see people in their saris and with their bindis and with their arm bracelets, and it's like, oh my God, I remember that sound of the bracelets moving. It did something so profound to me and so moving. I started taking notes and taking photos from train trips and capturing the city landscapes and people and workers. And I knew there was a piece in here somewhere. There was this ability to connect with a country, with an identity, with who you are and your past that seemed to be so important. The sense of belonging really grew on me while I was there. I received a grant from the Bhisé Center at the time to do a creative work. Ended up working and collaborating together with the dancers on a piece that got the title of Where My Body Ends and Yours Begins. It was also a collaboration together with the composer, who also used a soundscape from the individual dancers in the piece. From costuming to music to props, all of us just sort of coming together, working, trying to find the right mix that sensed belonging. I saw potted plants everywhere in India, so I knew I wanted potted plants on stage. And then I was curious, what would be another item or a prop that maybe the dancers could identify with? What was something for them that maybe represented home or their grandparents or their culture?
I remember Adelheid showing us all these images that she took in India. This is the same exact thing that I do to feel like I belong here. I look at old images, I take pictures with my friends, I look at videos.
We spent this day just going from room to room in the pack and searching for props and with a big shopping cart. And that was something I may have never done if it wasn't for this grant. Let's just take the luxury of time. We're going to use this rehearsal. We're going to find things. And they found chairs and stools and suitcases and books, and a lot of the stuff we got rid of at some point, but it was trying to find space to just allow and see what happens.
I wish it wasn't so rare that you have someone trust you so much to make a mistake. She's created such a wonderful space to just try something and succeed at it or fail at it and make choices so that the dance feels like it's ours.
I hope that with them exploring belonging, they were able to look inside themselves or their culture and see how they feel like they belong in this profession, in the space, on stage, in their bodies, and that they own who they are and they're like, yes, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I have to offer.
Usually when you walk into a rehearsal, they kind of know what they want you to do, and it's like, you're good at this, so you're gonna do this instead, and then you're like, great, I'm comfortable doing this. And Adelheid really pushes you to try to explore a movement that comes naturally to you, but is also different than what you might do in other spaces. Because again, we're not trying to get the highest leg or the most turns, that's not the point of this process. It's how can I authentically move as myself in this space with this idea of belonging.
I've gained more of a voice in both a choreographic lens and creating my own work, but also in the companies that I dance for. I was recently a part of creating a new work. The trust that Adelheid had in me in this process, having this space, having this amazing safety net, I was able to go out into the world, and when the choreographer asked us to make choices, I was like, yes, I'm going to make the bold choices. I think that the belonging of this piece made me feel like I belong in this world of dance.
I love when the lights go off and you go, oh, we could do this. That excites me. This is a lab. This is where we explore. This is where we research. And to start doing that early before you're in the professional field, to get comfortable, that's what I hope they walk away with. It's just a sense of ownership, a voice, that they have their own creativity and that they belong to this. Yeah.